Here are your warm-ups for April 16th. So we have a couple ways to solve this, but I'm going to solve it by actually keeping the fractions in the problem. And to do that, I'm going to get all the x's to one side. So 1/2 x is less than 2/3, which means I'm going to subtract 1/2 of an x from both sides. And that's going to leave me with -2 equals and 2/3 of an x minus 1/2 of an x. I need to find a common denominator. That's going to give me 4/6 minus 3/6, which of course is 1/6 of an x plus 5. And now to get the x's by themselves, I will subtract 5 from both sides. That will give me -7 equals 1/6 of an x. And then to get one full x, I could either multiply both sides by 6, or if this was a problem, as in let's say -7 equals 6x, I would divide both sides by 6. Well, in this case, I could divide both sides by 1/6, and that's what I'm going to do. So this gives me a giant 1, hence 1x. And this, the answer will be whatever -7 divided by 1/6 is. So -7 divided by 1/6. So I do the reciprocal, and I get -42 over 1, which is just -42. So now to check to see if the answer is -42, I can go up here. I'm taking half of -42, that's -21, minus 2. That means the left-hand side would be -23. And see if it equals the same over here. So I'm taking 2/3 of -42, because that's what I think x is. So I go 42 negative times 2/3, and I get -28. And -28 plus 5 is also -23. So sure enough, that solved the equation. Number 2. If a straight line goes through 3, 8 and 7, 0, what is its equation? So the line itself, I plot 3, 8 and 7, 0. It's going to look something like this. I want to know what the equation is, and because it's a straight line, that means it's going to be linear. So what I'm going to do first is find the slope of this line. That, of course, will be the value of m. And to find the slope, I take these 2 points, I make my slope triangle, and I find the height of it, which is the distance near y values, which is 8. I find the width of it, which is 4, and I take the height over the width. So 8 over 4, of course, is 2. But when I put that in my equation, I don't want to write 2x plus b because it's clearly decreasing. It has a negative association. So I can put -2x plus b. Then I need to find the y-intercept. Where does it cross the y-axis exactly? So one way to do it is the algebra method. So I'm going to take either of these coordinates. I'm going to say maybe this one, and I'm going to plug 7 in for x and 0 in for y. So y becomes 0, x becomes 7, and I get 0 equals -14 plus b. Again, I'm trying to solve for b. That's my missing value right now. And to get b by itself, I would add 14 to both sides, and I would get, well, there it is, 14. So y equals -2x plus 14. And if you're wondering how can you check to see if that is the correct equation, put it into this coordinate. I should say put this coordinate into that equation. See if it works. So now if x is 3 and y is 8, is that true? -2 times 3 is -6 plus 14, sure enough, gives me 8. And our last question, we have a 30, 60, 90 triangle. The 90 implies, of course, it's a right triangle. This is a special right triangle. where this is 30 degrees, this is 60, and of course that's 90. And in these special right triangles, the hypotenuse, which is your longest side, is always twice as long as your shortest leg length. Well, so let's say my leg length is x units long. That means the hypotenuse is twice that. And the medium side, or your other leg length, in a 3690 is always your short side times the square root of 3. So if I told you that the hypotenuse is 10, that means that's 10. This short side is half of that. And my medium side, which I could use the Pythagorean theorem, but since I know my shortcut, is just 5 times the square root of 3. And there it is. Thank you.